Mr. Skipper Rogers, and we are at, the name of the place is Sweet Missions Cafe Bakery.
That's correct.
Okay, all right. So first of all, come buy the book. It's gonna be here. And here's the deal. All right, normally it sells for $15, but when you come here, and you're gonna wanna come here, it's gonna be $20. And you're like, why? Why do I wanna pay more? And here's why. Okay, Sweet Missions. So missions is your main focus, it sounds like.
That's correct.
If I want to place an order, y'all always say, do you want to round up to go to
Correct.
missions? So tell me about the missions you support.
Well, let me give you a quick history about Sweet Missions.
Yes.
So, the concept of this cafe began many, many years ago as a dream when we began selling my grandmother's chocolate cake recipe.
And it's delicious.
We did that to start raising funds to help our boys go on mission trips. So the church would pay my way to go on mission trips, but not for my kids. So they had to raise their own money. So we began doing this as a way to help raise money. Our oldest Joshua has been to Haiti 3 times. Our next son Caleb has been to Cuba 3 times. Samuel has been to Washington, D.C., has been to Miami. Our daughter Isabella, she's been to Alaska, Florida for her first mission trip. And so all of these were raised by us selling Nanny's chocolate cake as a way to help raise funds. But what happened is when we finished raising the funds for our kids to go on their trips, people kept asking Trisha to bake things.
We want more chocolate cake.
Exactly. So it began from there, and then it expanded to cupcakes and then cookies and things. And then when we were living in Leesburg, God gave us the opportunity to have a food trailer. And then we got invited to provide lunches at a private school. And it was just an incredible ministry opportunity. We were able to be there. Trisha got to know the kids on the campus. She would stop what she was doing and pray with young ladies that she knew who was sad or having a rough day. She would pray with them right there at the window. We got to invite them to church because they all weren't church kids. And it was just a wonderful opportunity. Well, when we moved back to Plant City to help take care of my mom, we always had the dream of opening a cafe. And God just put all the puzzle pieces together, and here we are.
Isn't it cool?
It's neat to see how God works, and it's just interesting. Trish and I consider this our ministry. We are marketplace missionaries, and we're proud of it. We raise money to pay bills. We don't raise money to pay ourselves a fortune. This is not what we're in this for. We're in this for the God moments and the opportunities. And part of that is when people make an order, when they purchase something, we ask them if they would like to round up missions. We have posted over here on our chart the organizations that we are giving to and supporting during the 2024 year. Last year we gave away over $3,500 to missionaries all over the world. People we've met, people don't think that's a whole lot, but when people contribute 29 cents here, 13 cents there, 70 cents there, it all adds up. And all of those pennies, each and every one, goes straight to help missionaries that we know that are on the field serving God and telling people about Jesus.
That's awesome. Now I remember, I think it was probably about a month ago, I came in to pick up a delicious chicken sandwich and probably a dessert as well. I think it was banana pudding maybe. But there was some missionaries here that y'all supported in the past or currently do, and they were just kind of giving you an update.
Yeah. So that was the Stoner family, Rachel and Dan Stoner. We've known them for 20 years. They are what I call aviation missionaries. They work for an organization called JARS, which stands for Jungle Aviation and Radio Services. They're based out of North Carolina, and basically Dan is a master aircraft mechanic. And so he teaches pretty much bush pilots how to repair their planes and helicopters in the middle of the field, in the middle of nowhere. How do you fix this and get up out of the air and get back up in the air? Rachel, his wife, is a master pilot, and she teaches and trains pilots how to become bush pilots. How do you take off on a short runway? How do you land in this area? How do you do this? And so they work for this organization, and they train aviation missionaries and mechanics that are literally all over the world. Just last night, I was reading some good friends of ours that we help support. They live in Haiti. Well, in Haiti, there's been a lot of chaos lately. So our friends who are missionaries have had to literally stay in their village for a year. They can't go outside of their village because of the chaos in Haiti. But just this week, the local helicopter missionary pilot was able to deliver to them fresh meat for their family.
Wow.
And so that was something that hasn't happened in about 5 months, they said.
Wow.
So they've been literally living off the chickens in their backyard. But now they were able to get some beef and to get some other things because of these pilots. And so that's how, what Dan and Rachel do, interact with our other missionary friends that are out in the field. And it's just a neat way to see how God works and puts all the puzzle pieces together.
That's so good. Now, you've talked about missions outside of the area in the U.S., but I understand you do a lot of community mission as well.
Yes, ma'am. We support a lot of local things in here, like the Plant City Crisis Pregnancy Center, the food bank. We do a back to school drive where we give out free supplies to children who need it. We also partner with Plant City Public Library with reading programs.
Here's a good book to read.
That's right. That's right. We also support people in the local area that are trying to raise money. For example, the Plant City Winter Guard was trying to raise funds to get all their debt paid off by the end of the year. We did a Spirit Day with them. We worked with the band members as they were trying to raise funds to go play at Carnegie Hall this year. So we work with other organizations. We work with private schools and public schools. Anybody that's wanting to go on a mission trip, if they need help raising funds, we've partnered with them before as well. So there's a lot of local stuff. And then also here in the regional area in the United States, we've got missionaries from Plant City, like Jessica McMitchin. We've helped raise funds to help support her up in New York City. We've got a church down in Miami that we partner with that is, it's a Haitian, Cuban, American church.
Miami is a melting pot.
It's one church with a very old piece of property that's just trying to keep the doors open, and they've got all of these multiple congregations that meet there. And when the last storm came through, we helped raise funds and send supplies down there to them. So we have connections all over that we try to help out when we can.
I truly believe that because where this started, first of all, from a family love, but from missions, because you want to do something for God.
Yes,
you
ma'am.
you can probably look back now and see where God has connected these dots.
Oh yeah.
Because he's saying, you're doing this for me, I'm blessing you,
Yeah.
and it might not even be monetarily, it's
Right.
not always that type of way, but God is blessing you, and you can just see the servant heart. And every time I come in here,
Oh, well, thank you.
it's just a wonderful, wonderful thing.
And just what we call the random God moments of customers that walk in, of how just strange things happen. Like I love telling this story because it just happened out of the blue. And we were closing one night, and this elderly lady walked in and said, "I heard that y'all were a people of peace." And I was like, "Okay, you don't hear that term very often." And she's like, "Listen, I don't know where else to go." She goes, "My husband died about a month ago, and we just had a baby calf, and the calf is stuck in the mud, and I can't get him out. And I was told that y'all may be able to help me." So we called some Plant City cowboys that we knew. They went out, they rescued her calf, and invited her to church.
Wow.
Now, you can't plan these things. We got another person that we know. She got word that her daughter had some legal issues, and all of a sudden she was going to get custody of her granddaughter the next day. She had nothing. So we made some phone calls, and within 24 hours she had a crib, she had a car seat, she had diapers, and these are just people helping people. But it's because God put us in a place where we can try to help people. And that's why we say this is our ministry. We try to minister to those who come in here.
That is wonderful. And so I'm thinking, sitting here listening to you and making the connections within the community, are there organizations or businesses or individuals, if they want to get in touch with you to say, hey, if there's ever a need, you know, let me know, or this is what I'm specializing in or something. I mean,
Yeah, of course.
Definitely pays to know people.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And we love meeting other people. For example, we just hosted the Angel Connection group. And I mean, that's not their exact title. I'm not remembering it exactly, but it's the Angel group. And basically they're trying to help, they're just starting here in Plant City. They're help patients who are undergoing cancer treatments. So they're trying to connect businesses and individuals who are willing to service people that can't get around. And that really ministered to us and made a connection with us, because so many people ministered to my family when I was sick with cancer. And you know, I was literally dying in the hospital, and there were people that were mowing my yard and things like that. So we're excited to partner with the Angel Network.
That's wonderful.
But yes, local businesses that want to participate in this. Tammy Chansey and her realty agency is always a great partner with us.
Thank you, Tammy.
Hey, we love you. But you know, anybody else that has a heart for ministry and a heart for the community, we would love to partner with.
That's good.
And we, you know, we have people that hold us accountable for the funds that we collect, and to make sure it's distributed correctly.
Right.
And you know, God has been good. He's blessed our needs for my family, and this is our ministry. This is what we do to give back.
So you have 4 children?
5
children.
5 children.
Do any of them help out here?
They all do. Some with smiles on their face some days, some a little bit grumpily, but it's all good for them to learn to serve. So our oldest, Joshua, is getting ready to move to Portland, Oregon to become a missionary for a year. So he's working on raising his funds, and he will be leaving sometime in the next month or so to move there for a year. Our next son, Caleb is it started off, helped us get the restaurant going. He's an excellent pizza chef, and he helps out now and then. And then Samuel has taken over in the pizza area, and we do that on Fridays and Saturdays, and he helps order pizzas.
I hear the pizzas are to die for.
Well, we
And
hope
I haven't
so.
got one yet, but I'm a big pizza girl, and so I'm ready to try me a pizza.
We hope so. We hope that they're good. We try. Everything we make is made fresh in-house. We're not a bag in a box store. We don't cut open a bag and dump a soup into a pot and warm it up. It's all made fresh. It's either my family's recipes or Trisha's family's recipes. The egg salad is
And they're all delicious.
Oh, thank you. Last week we hit a record where we sold over 5 gallons of Trisha's chicken salad, and in a week, and you know, that's a lot.
Yeah,
And so it's becoming more and more popular, and that's all her recipe.
that's good.
So
Very good. Now you were at the Strawberry Festival this year.
yeah, that was such a cool God thing too.
Good.
It was a last minute where somebody had to step back, and we got a last minute chance to fill in, and it was just loved meeting people and talking to people, and it was a lot of fun.
Good, good. I hope y'all gonna do that next year, maybe.
We hope so.
Yes. Well, so one way that you listening can get involved, first of all, come try their delicious food and round up. And even though it's cents, it makes a
is.
difference.
It does.
It makes a difference. But you can also make a difference. Right now, I only have 5 books here. But I hope that they call me and say, Stephanie, we need 10 more. We need
That's right.
20 more. Because when you purchase one of these books, $5 is going to go to their missions. And they have, what, a dozen I'm looking
Yes.
at? And I have a picture that I'll post. But there's a dozen mission projects that y'all work with.
Correct.
for
We
this
collect
year.
the funds throughout the year, and then at the end of the year, we distribute the funds that we have raised.
That is wonderful. And I pray blessings upon blessings
Oh,
upon
thank
your
you.
business and what you're doing. And I think it's so good that whenever you have a passion for something, especially for God, that's what this world truly needs.
Yes, ma'am.
is we all need Jesus.
Yes,
So where can people find you?
So we are located in the Walden Woods Shopping Plaza. We're behind Starbucks. A lot of people know where Beef O'Brady's is. They're one of our great neighbors here. We're in the same little section that they are. Right behind Sports Clips. So we're just a little itty bitty cafe with just a few seats. But we're excited. God's using this place and doing a lot of neat things. And so we're excited to see what God does. And
That's good.
we gave this cafe to him at the beginning, and we're going to stay here until he shuts the doors.
What days are you open?
Okay, so Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, we're open 11 till 3 p.m. We just focus on lunches those days. That allows us to get it out of here, go to church, spend time with our kids. Fridays and Saturdays, we're open 11 to 7. On Fridays and Saturdays, we do turn on our pizza ovens, and we have all of our handmade dough, our handmade pizza sauce, everything's fresh, and so we have great specials. We have $10 lunch specials with chicken salad or just a salad and a lot of different options. Fridays and Saturdays, the $10 lunch special includes a pizza. So,
And you also deliver?
we do. So we started this about a month and a half ago, right after the festival, and so we deliver to local businesses here in town free of charge.
Very good. Free of charge, another reason to make sure they round up.
That's right.
Okay, very good. Well,
And I love your book. Whoever did your
you.
illustrations did a great job too.
she is precious. This is the second book that we've done together.
Okay.
So the first book was about our eldest son, Hunter, and it was
Okay.
a true story about where I grew up out in Pinecrest. And the cool thing about that is the story was about me growing up on Walter Hunter Road, which is my great grandpa's name.
Uh-huh.
Well, now, after the book came out, Hunter ended up buying a piece of our property that was originally my mom's.
Oh,
family
that's
property.
cool.
So that was really cool. So he lives there where the book is.
Nice.
from. And so this one, even though there's a picture of all three of the kids, because this picture, I remember whenever, we love looking at sunsets.
Uh-huh.
And my children know that if there's a sunset going to happen, and Mama wants to see it. Well, Cole, I had the sweetest picture. He's probably 3 years old, and he's standing there on the beach looking at the sunset, and he comes back and he says, God is the greatest artist ever.
Amen.
You've probably heard me say that tons of times. And I'm like, yes. So there's a story in here about sunsets, but this one is about Holly and Cole. And really, it's about some of our family trips that we've taken.
Mhm.
We've taken so many at the beach. We love the beach, and just how you can see God moments, like you said, these little God winks, God moments in everyday life.
Yeah.
And so there's always a lesson to be learned. And
Absolutely.
there's 8 stories in here, and then there's activities that
Mhm.
people can do as well. So
Yeah, it's very neat.
thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. All right. See you at Sweet Missions Cafe and Bakery.
Bye, guys. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you, Skipper.
You're
Take
welcome.
care.